Welcome to another episode of Let's Smoke About It with your host, Captain Daddy.
Oh, look at this.
And we got Don over there.
Hello.
Hi.
You old Don.
How's it going? Cats and kittens.
Oh, the cool cats and kittens out there. Speaking of,
Are they making another series or season of that show?
I couldn't imagine that. I don't know. I've never seen the first one, so I don't know how much content that they've already burned through when it comes to that type of shit.
Supposedly his popularity got out of control and he started getting letters in jail.
Yeah, but I don't think anybody's going to go out of their way to bail him out, are they?
Some lady got married to Charles Manson.
Yeah, that's because she wanted to be able to donate his body to science. Because right now, the way it stands, he isn't. That's not going to happen.
Oh.
Yeah. I read a whole thing about it, and it was like It was right before they were supposed to get married. Like, they started gathering a lot of public attention about it, and they just started asking too many questions, and I'm pretty sure somewhere let it slip while talking to him about it. It's just like, so is this really what this is about?
Plan.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. It was pretty crazy.
I know you read a lot of things about Jonestown, Don, recently.
Oh, Jonestown? Oh, yeah. Jonestown's great. You should go check it out.
Just
go live there.
Just go you go take an airplane down there. It's like got some private airstrip.
Down in Guayama, South America.
Yep.
Jonestown.
In the jungle.
Run by Jim Jones.
Yeah.
Catholic priest.
It was the... Oh, when was it? Was it the 70s?
Yeah.
I think it was the 70s.
The event happened in 78.
Right. It started in the 60s. It was like a decade-long process to get him down there. But it was like a cult that had formed by this guy, Jim Jones, and eventually gathered his followers because he was like gaining some kind of notoriety or something with like his practices and didn't want people to find out certain things he was doing, so he moved them all to South America.
Jesus.
And he's like, we're going to create our own colony. And they straight up did. They had like plantations with different crops and grew their own, they grew all their own food and
cotton, made their own clothes.
It was crazy. And
just
then
kind of lived in their own little society.
Yeah, and then that's where the drinking the Kool-Aid phrase comes from, because he had them all drink Kool-Aid and had poison in it, and they all died.
Oh, Jesus.
Like, there's maybe a handful of people that made it out of there.
It was like 900-something people was the body count.
That's insane.
Yeah. It's nuts. But we have an ARC server named after it.
As you should.
We're going to create our own Jonestown.
It's going to be a utopia, but with dinosaurs and no one dies, except by said dinosaurs. Because they're still animals and I can't control animals.
I was going to say at the end you just let down all the gates and then the animals just murder you.
Well, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like if I hit one of those dinos wrong, it just turns on me and I'm dead.
That's all it takes.
It sucks. I could be harvesting a tree for a little bit, and then a dinosaur walks right by me and I accidentally hit it, even though it walked in front of me, and now it's pissed at me and I die because of it. It's like, dude, you saw I was harvesting this. Why did you walk in front of me? It's not my fault.
I'll never forget, like, the beginnings of Ark the first time that we played it.
Those are memorable moments.
Like, this is before I had my PC, so, like, it sucked because everyone was getting hard into Ark, like, really getting into it, and I'm just sitting here like, man, I need my PC now so I can get on some fucking Ark. Because did you see me try to load it up on my laptop? My whole laptop? Holy shit, I've never seen a game run worse on a device.
I would almost say the Switch version looked better.
Really?
Yeah, because, yeah. I'd say so. The Switch version looks absolutely horrendous.
Yeah.
And this was worse. It was literally unplayable.
He was trying to use what he had available, and at the time, Ark was just stupid strong in terms of what it needed to run.
Yeah, the big rigs over the hills racing. The large and powerful rigs, like, I'm trying to remember, like, what it was. I think it was the 1080 back then was the cream of the crop. Now we got the 3090.
Mm-hmm.
Good lord.
That means I might just be able to get a 1080i.
iTels, 10th gen Intel i9s and shit.
That means I might be able to get a 1080 just cheap because there's better stuff out there, and
Yeah.
it just gets down in price. It's like, all right, that's an upgrade for me.
Yeah, if you can ever find one down the road, like that'd be cool. Or a good one to try and a better one would be like the 2070 Super, because if that one's like if that one went down in price, it's about the same as like my card.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I definitely would have always thought about getting up to something like a 1080, just in Radeon's variation. I don't know what they have right now. I know they had the 8 gig 580, but I don't know how far behind I am in terms of that actual like card, like what generation they're on, what it can do.
What kind of graphics card do you have?
I have a 570 4 gig.
Oh, right. We were talking about that yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one. It's still a good card though.
It's still, yeah, it's definitely still a good card. It's
but
not
I
something
think
I'd be upgrading
like a 1080 would. I know you would see a difference for sure if you upgraded to that.
Yeah.
From that to the
But then
570.
I'd be convinced to just go to Intel, and I don't want to do that. I like supporting AMD.
You would want an Intel chip to go with the 1080?
I would have a lot of backlash from my surrounding tech friend group about not like adding them up like Nvidia and Intel. And
Go tell them
Radeon
to eat some butts.
I know.
You like AMD and that card, and they go good together.
That's fair. But yeah, we'll see.
Especially since you got like the Ryzen series.
Yeah.
I believe that because right now the most like popular builds are like AMD Ryzen with an Nvidia card, and then whatever the fuck else you want to put in it, because that's like the key components there.
Oh yeah. My motherboard's definitely not bad, but I could stand to upgrade that as well. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe that's gonna be like my next biggest thing is just like when I finally get around to getting a large chunk of money, I'll just upgrade to a new Ryzen 7, a new GPU, motherboard, get new RAM.
Well, story goes that the president-elect was going to put out another stimulus when he gets in there.
Yeah.
A 1,400.
Well, actually, you could probably still like, if you don't go for a super new card, you could go for.
I wasn't planning on going for a super new
still
card.
Like the I know
for sure,
but
definitely upgrading from the Ryzen 5, even though I love that.
Yeah,
card.
if you can go all the way up to Ryzen 7 without having to change your board, and then still any graphics card you get will still also work. So that's something you could wait on.
Yeah.
If those are the only two things, because you don't have to swap anything out besides the CPU and the GPU. You don't have to like take shit apart.
You just have to do that real quick.
And it'll.
Yeah. It would definitely be a while because I know my motherboard's pretty set. It's the
I'll have to. I know it'll fit in the socket, but I'll just double check. Like you can always double check how a newer Ryzen. But that's what I love about that Ryzen series is like, you got it right when it came out, and now they have like
the first gen,
all the way up to the third gen that you can get, and you have like all these options.
Yeah, there's a lot of different variations.
You have choices.
It's crazy.
See,
even a second gen Ryzen 7 to me would be just fine.
The third gen, the generation that I'm in, right now is about $300
for the 5
for the 7.
300 for the 7.
Yeah, for like the 36 or 3700. I mean, 3700X 8-core monster.
Damn.
It's like $300.
I'm definitely in no position as of right now, but that would be. It's nice to think about.
Nice but if you got the stimulus check or something, like, that would definitely be dope.
Yeah, you hit that with that if that next check comes out. PC part upgrade.
For real. Yeah. Buy all the shit that I still need for it.
Well, then I can go ham, kind of like what Don did on the whole upgrade. Just, here we go, bam, buying it all right now.
Getting everything taken care of right now so I don't have to upgrade for a long time again.
It's genius, because now you're set for, like, years.
Yep.
Yeah, I definitely need to. I'm gonna put the brakes on it, and I can feel comfortable putting the brakes because
Well, that's kind of
Everything's pretty solid now, especially with the SSDs installed now.
Well,
Like,
and if anything, the power supply.
yeah,
But
if it starts
that's-
giving me issues, like
Yeah,
that's basically where I'm at. Like if something starts going out, like not functioning properly, then
Well, unless you plan on
You-
overclocking all the time too.
I haven't even fucked with that at all.
I
all.
have friends that like to do that, but I don't know.
Maybe I just don't know. I don't know why it would be necessary.
Well, for me, like I have a pretty high power draw on my graphics card. It's like 250 watts or 280 watts.
Just pulling some juice.
And my power supply doesn't have an extra like 4-pin plug, which I think just gives extra power to the motherboard, or I think it's next to the CPU. I think it's it's CPU power, I think. And I don't want to overclock until I have like
Everything squared away.
yeah, it's another like 12-volt connection.
I got you.
And it said like it should run fine, but like with a high power draw graphics card and overclocking, like I wouldn't.
Yeah.
You should probably get that extra 12 volts of power.
Right, you're gonna need that. It's gonna help. And then slapping that liquid cooling in there,
Mm-hmm.
keep everything icy.
Ooh, a new AIO would
Ooh,
be nice.
I
Yeah.
wish I had the means like my friend does. Is 10th gen i9 and
I know.
his
Just looking at
fucking
that thing was
2080.
crazy.
Yeah.
Didn't think it's gonna be like that gold with brown.
Mm-hmm. Like wood tones and
Yeah.
oranges and shit. Like,
But that
It's gonna
mic
be
though,
insane.
that
Yeah.
beautiful mic. I already forgot the name of it again. The Samus. Beautiful mic, $400 though.
yes, sir.
The
Everybody uses them though.
It's so good though.
The
Great
Shure
mic.
400 or whatever.
The Shure, yeah.
I love how it looks.
Mm-hmm.
It's
It's
just
very straight
Yep.
and very.
and it's got such crystal clear audio. Doesn't
Mm-hmm.
hardly picks up anything else other than who's talking directly. Like they can be so close to each other
Mhm.
and still individually pick up.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of that would have to do with studio as well. Like how they
Well, and how you
adjust
set it
the
up,
sound.
too,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, those mics are definitely really good for that.
But yeah, if your mic is already high quality to start with, it makes it
Mhm.
easier. It's all about the equipment.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get the skill.
Well, the skill develops with the equipment. Like you
Oh, yeah.
learn how to use the equipment, learn
Mhm.
how to use that equipment to its fullest, and you're
Mhm.
like, all right, now I got the skill to make this shit sound and look like not Dookie.
Butter.
Yeah, like
Not
butter.
Dookie.
Not Dookie. Butter Dookie.
Gotta
Butter
make it look
Dookie.
like a butter Dookie.
I had a dino named Dookie. It's because I pooed on it when I first knocked it out. I didn't mean to poo on it.
An arc?
Yeah, I was just
Okay.
standing on it. and
I had
all
to
of a sudden
really.
just-
I'm thinking of like as a kid, you had like a stuffed toy dinosaur that you nicknamed Dookie because you shat on it one time.
No, I had an actual turtle, and I shit on the turtle.
The majority of that story is true. It's just it wasn't a dinosaur. It was a
Yeah, it just
turtle.
wasn't a dinosaur. It's just tweaked to turtle, but it happened in Ark, and it was a dino. My dream come true, so I named him Dookie.
Dookie.
And then Dookie was a trooper. Dookie never died, but Dookie fought hard. Didn't give a fuck.
Good. That's all you can hope for in your dino pals.
But so get this, I got a dodo.
Why? What do dodos do?
I got a dodo, but guess what I named him?
What?
Darren. It's my turn to watch Darren the dodo. The CIA
Oh,
cloned him. As soon as I tamed him, like that's what I have to name him.
Whoops.
I love that it's turned into, by that point when they bring him up, it's like a consistent schedule, and they've always got to the point where like, hey, this is a really dumb bird. It's gonna kill itself. Like, we need to watch out for it. Otherwise, it's going to actively try to kill itself with modern day shit. Like,
yeah, we just got to move it over.
Yeah, like every CIA agent, their families, like they're always just mindlessly like looking out for the bird because they understand that it's just actively
because
trying
they're trying to
kill
watch
itself.
Darren.
Yeah,
I love it when
Darren
he's
the
trying to
dodo.
eat the get to the bottom of the blender and it's hitting the button to turn it on.
Yeah, and Steve just walks over and unplugs it real quick. He's fiddling with the gun in his mouth and.
Oh, I listened to I watched part of the football video that you guys just did recently. The Sunday slam down, smack your butt cheeks. I forgot what it was called.
That's what it's called right there.
That was pretty cool. I like
desk.
that. That was a cool like video to do.
Really?
That was sweet. I liked it.
I enjoyed it.
I didn't know
I
what the fuck
enjoyed
you
it
guys
too.
were talking about because I don't follow football. But
You don't follow
I'm
sports desks?
like that team's doing good, and that was a cool report. It felt like I was watching some ESPN or some shit.
Yeah. The only thing.
But I'm like, I know those guys.
The thing we just need to work on is like a script, I guess, in bigger writing because it was hard to see that writing on that paper.
You had it pretty good though. Like you had like your charts. You know, reading your charts. I was like, fuck yeah.
That's why I was
Data.
like, I'm just gonna be the guy, the moderator that starts it and moves the topics along and just passes it off.
I need to be a little more up to date on who's where.
You need to create a character that is, I don't know, Football Jones. I don't know.
Welcome to Sports Desk.
That's your internal monologue.
If
Johnny
I
Football.
could, I would do anything to become TJ Miller in Goon 2
You can just
when
be
he does Sports Desk.
TJ. Oh, isn't that
Aussie football,
isn't
Aussie
that,
ball?
that guy that's like in everything?
Yeah, so he's in Deadpool. He's a bartender.
Yeah.
He's in,
Didn't he get charged with something?
Did he?
Did he?
Did he?
Oh God, I don't know.
That's an accusation
think
that I
he-
know
I don't
nothing
know.
about.
I think
was a
he may
question.
have. I think you may be right.
I think it was something sexually related.
Oh, that's always a high possibility. He's a bit of a fucking prick. But
But anyway, TJ Miller.
In Goon.
yeah, in Goon 2.
Fuck, I haven't seen
Sports Desk. We're all pink on the inside. Fuck yeah, we are, because we're the only ones that are covering this shit, so you have to watch Sports Desk. And his other co-anchor is just like, he's trying to be professional about it, and he just, like, each and every time, he's just like, fuck this is ridiculous.
Yeah. Do you have a prediction of who do you think is going to be making it through to the
Super
end?
Bowl?
What you say? Oh, after today's disappointment,
What happened today?
Chiefs won.
Yeah.
Shit.
Chiefs beat the Browns.
We had personally believed that. Well, I don't know about you. I personally
believe
that
Browns.
the Browns were going to be one of the few teams to be able
Dude,
to
the
stop
Browns
them.
going to the Super Bowl? Oh, wait, no.
Gasper,
Goodness.
you're eating louder as we talk. I saw you look over there, and I'm like, yeah, it is that loud, huh?
Oh, man. That was crazy.
My fucking mic keeps...
Dipping?
Yeah.
In this moment,
the stand sucks.
I'm gonna fop. Dude, my stand sucks too.
I
Like-
paid $30 for it, and I'm complaining. What the fuck?
Piece of crap mic stand. Let's just go drop $200 on mic stands.
Yeah. No, thank you.
I got a $20 gift card at Guitar Center. Let's
Sweet,
fucking
we
go.
only need 180 more.
Let's not spend it in one place, you know?
We need the mic stands that hang from the ceiling, come down. It's like a ceiling boom stand, I should say.
That would be pretty cool.
So I personally think that the Browns were one of the few teams that we're going to be able to beat Kansas City this year, and so I don't really think
By
that,
one touchdown.
by one touchdown. But if I have to say, I would say that it's probably going to be Green Bay and
Chiefs again.
Chiefs. Yeah,
I don't want it to be Green Bay.
I don't want it. To
I wanted it to be the Browns and Buccaneers, honestly. I thought that would have
Really?
been cool, yeah.
That would have been fun.
Two teams you
I believe.
really made the
I bet
Super
you
Bowl?
Tom Brady beats them tonight.
I don't know
with
what's
the
the
Bucks.
score right now.
I don't know.
Last I checked, Saints are up by 6. Yeah, I wanted the Browns and Buccaneers.
It's 10-13. Tampa Bay's got the ball.
Saints 13.
No, Saints 13.
Noise. It's a close game.
Yep. Oh man.
But what's
Oh,
funny is
man.
what they were talking about is all the quarterbers on the AFC side are under the age of
they're so
25. Yep.
Yeah.
And then all
Patty
the
and Baker.
quarterbacks on the NFC side are over the age of 40.
Mm-hmm. Other than, well, now that Jared Goff's out, yeah. But even then, the AFC's being taken over.
It is.
Being overrun.
AFC is really young comparatively to the NFC.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, the Packers were playing just fucking gooseberry football. And it frustrated the hell out of me.
The Rams are playing gooseberry football because they didn't do anything.
So the most frustrating thing is that they came, I kid you not, they came out in that 2 tight end and just 2 wideouts with the 1 wide receiver right behind Aaron Rodgers. They came out in that almost every single play that I was actively watching.
That's what I'm saying. They were playing gooseberry football.
They were doing so many different things. And the Rams couldn't read it, and they were playing some variation of shitty zone.
Oh, the defense, sorry.
Yeah, and it was just super frustrating. And Aaron Donald not being at 100%, he didn't do anything the entire first half. He got in on 1 tackle.
Didn't do a whole lot of anything.
I
watched him cry at the end of the game, though.
Yeah.
There's a video of it. It's sad.
Aaron Donald?
Yeah. You ever see grown men cry?
Because big girls don't cry.
Big girls don't cry. No, he's a big man.
Song. Yeah, okay. So before the game, I saw an Instagram post, and it was
of his nipples.
There was 3 pictures of him, and on the 3rd picture, it was him. He had he had done cupping on his body, but he's just a solid wall of muscle. Like, he's huge. Like, you look at DK Metcalf, and like we were saying the other day, just because he's got fucking
the only thing is DK Metcalf just has 2% body fat.
Yeah.
Of course, you're gonna look stupid big because you have no body fat. But Aaron Donald is
Donald's
body fat and muscle.
You know, a wall of abs, and his chest is just massive. Like,
that's a guy who's got all around in body fat and muscle.
He's a terrifying man. So, but him not at 100% didn't help us. Jalen Ramsey not being on the Devontae Adams mix the whole time. That was rough. Even Devontae Adams said, he's like, that was a good matchup. Wish we could have had more of it. Like, I wish.
Blame the coach, so
I guess. Yeah. I don't know what the defensive coordinator was thinking. But I'm sorry. That was us just kind of getting into it a little bit.
No, that's all good.
That's my 2 cents. I believe Green Bay and Kansas City are going to go to the Super Bowl. That's my prediction.
You might be right, though. That might be the more probable guess than mine. Mine's kind of was outlandish, but there's still a chance.
Man, but the
Buccaneers still might make it, but I want the Bills to beat the Chiefs.
I was going to say the Bills may take it because the Bills are looking pretty mean. And Kansas City just had Patty Mahomes get injured with a concussion.
Yep, he's concussed.
Concussed.
He hit his head too hard on the ground.
Is that what happened? I actually didn't even see
Yeah, he got tackled, but the way he got tackled shot his head straight down to the ground. Oh. So it might as well just been another tackle to the head because he just hit the ground so hard.
That sucks.
Because it's one of those things where he ducked down so he hits you back. Say. And then all that force pushing you down as you're already diving down.
Mm-hmm. That sounds awful.
I mean...
Nick Henney, though. Want it for him?
Chad Henne?
Chad Henne, sorry.
Who'd you say?
I said Nick Henney.
Nick Henne? No. Heineke?
Heineke?
No, that's Washington.
Yeah.
Foosball.
You know, honestly, I would be vouching for that kid. Like,
Heineke?
When it came to quarterback for the next season. Like, don't look for a new quarterback. Like, believe in me. I'm the next best thing that you guys got. Like,
I am the next guy.
Yeah.
It's next man up. That's what they say.
I mean, but how many people actually do that
so get
before
this.
going and drafting a freaking hotshot quarterback out of college?
You know how Kellen Moore was talking about, or they were thinking about making Kellen Moore the head coach at Boise State?
Yeah.
Well, now the Eagles are looking at him at being the head coach of the Eagles.
Bullshit. Didn't they just choose a new head coach?
Nope. They fired their head coach. They fired Doug Peterson.
Oh, yeah.
So, but Kellen Moore is getting interviewed.
I wouldn't want to be associated with the Eagles. I'll tell you that right now. I'd be perfectly content taking my extension in Dallas right now.
Being a Cowboy?
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I don't like the Cowboys, but with what he's accomplished,
team. How could you say that?
Shut up.
Are you unpatriotic?
No, I like the Patriots. I'm patriotic. I'm pancreatic.
I live in Boston, man.
What does the pancreas do?
Goddamn New England.
Do they create insulin?
Or is it a fun theme park ride?
What was up with that last one, Morty? I was just saying it in the way I see it. Sorry, I'm a little bit defensive on that. I had a lot of pushback on release.
I mean, like, what does a pancreas do?
It makes insulin, right?
Yeah.
So
No,
we were all
pirates.
diabetic without, and then the pancreas just means we're super diabetic. I don't know.
Is that the case?
I don't know. I don't know what a pancreas really does.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
know
it
that Weird
creates
Al
a-
made a song about it.
Yeah, we talked about it on one of the last ones, and I put a very slow, like, expanding article, I guess. Yeah, it makes insulin, and you need that to digest or to sugar,
He's a
blood sugar and
Yes.
shit.
Regulation so you do not paint or paint.
And some
Faint
people
or
just
paint.
don't.
Do you not
Some
paint?
people just don't produce that, or not enough of it.
Well,
And
Well, and it,
their
They are.
pancreas is producing pirates.
yeah. That's why I got a lot of pushback. People didn't want to admit it.
Korea.
What? Korea?
Pearl Harbor.
Have you guys heard Macklemore's American?
no, is it a
haven't
newer Macklemore song or
Not
is it
really.
older?
It's fucking hilarious. It's an older one, I'm pretty sure, like maybe off the first 2 or 3 albums, but
I haven't listened to a Macklemore thing in a hot minute.
it's ridiculous, just like right-wing shit. It's hilarious.
Huh,
When
I
Dave Bin
didn't-
Laden comes to town, I'ma drop a deuce, wipe my poop with his towel, mow my lawn, sit on the couch. I'ma watch some football. And I pray to the Lord the Cowboys win and beat the hell out of them damn Redskins. Call up the boys, get drunk as shit. Goddamn right, America. Can be.
Are you sure that's not a big old
I am
satirical
100.
thing?
I'm 100% sure that that's not like a. That's an actual song that he did.
I hope it's terrible. That's crazy.
It's pretty. It's pretty hard to listen to. Hey Palin, I heard you like beer. I don't have a 6-pack, but I got a beer bong in my pants. What do you say we go get shit-faced in a helicopter and kill a moose? Like,
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
yeah,
Like,
it's. I had a buddy that listened to that song so much, and I guess when I saw your brother in that fur coat and the shorts, that's immediately what I thought of was just that song. I was like, okay, the
Macklemore and
sunglasses
American.
holding a beer, like. It's hilarious.
You Macklemore deepin'.
Macklemore deep. It was a weird one. It's down in Utah now, working. Got a family, 2 kids.
Macklemore?
No. No,
like man, that really turned around.
Yeah. That,
Holy shit!
he stopped? Okay.
What a story.
I guess I missed what you said prior to moving down to Utah. Had a few kids.
I had a buddy who
Got a family.
showed me that song.
Tell us
I
your
guess-
favorite Macklemore album down in the comments below.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Thrift shop. That's mine. No.
Man, it's on the radios all the time.
It really was. There's a lot of songs that, like,
Took over the radio,
as soon as I
that's
hear
right.
it one time, I'm immediately transported to, like, a 2-year time period where it was on the radio all the time. At places I'd worked, I'd be like, oh, no.
It's like they've been playing the cover of someone I used to know a lot on the radio. I think it's I Prevail does the cover of it.
Of course.
It was them or like Mayday Parade, right? They did
It's
like
one of
the
those
cover.
guys. But yeah, they've been playing that a
Somebody.
crap ton on the radio lately. Because I listen to the radio at work. It's like 4 times a day I hear it.
I don't have the radio anymore, so I've definitely been out of the loop.
There's definitely a few on the X that
the
sometimes
X.
come to mind. Like when we were
Rocks.
driving on the truck together, like all we had was the radio sometimes. And
Listening to that boy Adam.
yeah,
Big
I always
boy.
like to listen to on the X, Adam on the X.
Dude, we won a lot of fastest to cheat that way. Because one would be driving, we'd be listening. Because, like, I remember there was one time that we called in. Don called in, and I guess both of us missed this 2-part question.
Really?
But we knew the answer to what we thought was a single question.
Mm-hmm.
So we're calling in, get on the line, and he's like, the answer is this. Okay, what's the second answer? Second answer.
It was like a 2-parter. I was like, oh, fuck.
We didn't even hear it. Like, 'cause we were both just sitting in the parking lot waiting to do our job, listening. So it's like, how the fuck did we miss the second part?
Didn't even hear the question.
There was the one you got, though, and we had free tickets to Slayer and forgot where we put them.
Lost the goddamn
What?
tickets, yeah.
Oh,
and then find them months later.
No
Yeah,
way.
it
Where
was
were
like
they?
buried under some shit on like the something on
It's
the
in one of
bookshelf.
those obvious places where you don't think to look because it wouldn't have been there.
In the first place.
Yeah, no. it
Yeah,
was
because
there.
the day came, I'm like, oh, dude, we need to go see Slayer today. And it's like, wait, where's the tickets? I'm like, where do we put the tickets?
That almost happened to me with.
When they came in the summer, on their farewell tour.
It was like 2016,
Yeah, it was before that.
2016 or 2017 probably.
I almost did that same thing.
Was
with,
it at the
no?
outdoor venue?
I don't know, but I almost did the same thing with Blink-182 tickets. They got misplaced.
Oh, that's right.
And I was like moments away from rebuying them. I had them pulled up on my phone again. I'm like, I'm gonna just do it right now. I'll pay the money twice. Then my wife finds it. I'm like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, seriously.
I'm not missing this show.
Damn. Yeah, that was. Cause I was helping. I was looking around the house too. I was like,
The
dude,
panic,
we gotta
man.
find these tickets on.
This is
we
not
got
something-
Blink
this
182
is not
in like
something
an
we
hour.
miss.
Yeah. This I need to find this. And ever since those events, I've kept my tickets always in a safe spot.
Oh yeah, every time. Unless I do will call.
Well, and that's why I kind of lean towards will call a little bit more. Because
It's not
like,
that you just show up and
you
you're
can't
like, yeah,
lose
the
the ticket.
tickets. Yeah, it's like you have
Yeah.
the confirmation. Like I have the confirmation that I bought them. You have the ticket.
here's the card I bought them with.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was living at home, when I had a printer all the time at my parents' house, like I always just got the printout ticket, so that on the day I'd be like, all right, let's go, boot up the computer, print it. I'm like, let's go.
And that's a
Boom.
smart way to do it as well. Because then you can just like put it in your wallet or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, here's my ticket.
Take it.
Remember
Take
those
my
days
ticket.
of like Google Maps? We printed out your
Oh, man.
directions.
I don't know how we got anywhere, honestly.
Yeah, using MapQuest and Google Maps. And
Yeah.
shit.
Hey, print out the directions.
That's how I
Yeah,
made that
before we
5-hour
go.
drive by myself when I came to your wedding, or was it?
No, it was,
No, it was
Warped
Warped
Tour.
Tour.
He got abandoned last minute on a 2-person drive.
Yeah, I was gonna come down. We were gonna go to Warped Tour, and someone was gonna come with. And then like the morning of, after the day before, we went and like got a bunch of snacks and stuff so that we could survive on the trip.
They even knew what happened.
That I don't know. Wasn't feeling good.
So Don's like, watch this. It just drives
Yeah,
5
I was
hours
like-
to Salt Lake.
I'm like, fuck it. I'm like, I already bought the tickets. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going.
I've definitely done that before.
Got to see Attila for the first time there, and Pond and Burning Body. And
course.
watched Bring Me the Horizon Sandpit Turtle set they were doing.
Sempiternal?
Sandpit Turtle.
Sandpit. This is Sandpit Turtle.
Yeah, that was a cool show.
Yeah.
That was dope.
It was a really cool Warped Tour. Salt Lake's weird though. I don't recommend to anyone.
I don't like going there.
Don't drive there. Don't stop there.
No.
Just
keep
don't.
going.
Oh, the
avoid it.
roads are ass.
Avoid the whole state.
The roads are so bad.
Awful.
Or like the direction. Like I couldn't read like a lot of the signs somehow. Like when it.
Well, they don't have street names.
It's all numbers.
I got my
all numbers.
MapQuest or whatever up, and it's like take a left down Martin Luther King Boulevard. I'm like, cool. I drive, and I'm like, I should have come up to it by now. Where was it? And I have to like loop around, and I come back, and it's in like really, really tiny lettering under like 1802 or something.
Ah.
I'm like, what the fuck?
Yep.
And everyone tries to argue it's easier because it's in a grid system. I'm like, no, it's not. If anything, it's harder.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Doesn't make any sense.
I'm not actually looking at a grid when I'm driving. And names are just kind of easier to remember if they're like.
Because it's something that you don't. It's either something you're familiar with or something that stands out to you, and that's why it works.
Yeah.
Like Washington.
I feel like
Avenue or
numbers just kind
Boulevard
of
or
blend
whatever.
together, and I forget after a while.
Yeah. Everyone's got a Federal. Everyone's got a Main. You know. If you go to the
First, third, second,
yeah,
5th Street.
Yep. Like sometimes I still get confused with downtown. Sometimes with like 15th or where 11th would be,
Mhm.
and then same with like the other city where it's like which side was 43rd on.
Mhm.
Oh
Hold the
fuck, it's
phone.
over there. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be different if I had like lived in that area. Like
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
lived in the downtown area, you could get like figure it out pretty easily, probably.
Oh, it'd be like the back of your hand.
Like you wouldn't even need to look at the streets and stuff. You just follow the grid pattern or whatever. But I don't fucking live down there. That's
You're too
No,
close
no,
to people.
no. I used to traverse through there quite a bit, but I still never figured it out.
Shaking
yeah, I
the
don't.
world.
Some of the like really old apartments in downtown areas are cool though. Like
Yeah.
those really old places
Mhm.
you could, and it looked like it was an old like police headquarters with like the fogged windows or whatever and shit, or a mail room or something, whatever it might have been before.
Remember that one house that we delivered to that had a false third story in it? Like you were up in the attic. It was like. I'm looking at the house right now, but I don't remember the streets.
It was an attic.
So like you get into this house through the alleyway,
Uh-huh.
and you go upstairs, and then you go up another stairs, and you're pretty much in the roof of this big building. And there's a whole nother living situation up there. Sink,
Lord.
living room, bedrooms, and everything. It was really tiny.
Was there a giant man living in one of them?
I remember that guy.
And that wasn't it? That's not the place that you're
No.
thinking of?
I
Okay.
remember that guy in a different spot because I think you were with me and we went up there for a TV situation.
Yeah,
My-
I think I know who you're talking
The
about.
thing that I will always remember about it is he had like a singular pivot point. Like he wasn't able to take steps in his living situation. He would stand up out of his bed, plant his foot, and then he'd be in the kitchen or like in the bathroom. Like that's how tight of the space he was
Ooh, I
living
don't know
in.
if I've ever seen that guy.
That was some shit. But he was a big man, but it was also a very small
he had a
like
single
area.
pivot point.
Yeah, he didn't take steps around his area. It was just like a small mattress, like a kitchen with like a sink kind of area, like a tiny bathroom.
That's wild.
Yeah,
I think I remember that one.
I'm pretty sure it's for a TV.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember that guy.
That was nuts.
Those old houses are wild. How small
but
they make.
okay, so then that's not the one that you're thinking of. I'm trying to
No, it's
remember.
a different area, but it's still in the fact that they're in those old houses
Mhm.
that they have such tiny living situations within them that they look deceiving how big they really are.
Well, do you remember there's that girl that we had done business with a few times prior, and then she finally got like her own little apartment, and it was in one of those buildings right off of, like, I'm pretty sure it was like right off of like 23rd or something like that, but still in downtown area. And it's just like a big brick building to your right, and we had to stop right there, but there's like no, with the size of the truck, there was no like careful way to do it. And she just had the front right like living room area. It was just like two little rooms, and it had a back door, and then the front door led into the hallway for the rest of it.
I think so. Oh,
But
yes.
old brick, yeah,
I
like
do.
had the steam, like
Yeah.
fucking heater and shit. Like that was crazy.
Real old ass shit. You go
Mhm.
upstairs. Yeah, you went
Yeah.
upstairs.
It's like a steampunk room.
Yeah.
How do you even get up here? I don't fucking know. Follow the stairs.
Follow
I've
the
definitely
signs.
had my fair share of stuff like that.
Well, it's like going into retirement homes, moving people in there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, okay, how the fuck do I get in here?
Mm-hmm.
Because you always normally have to be buzzed into those kind of situations.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, so who's gonna let me in and how do I get in?
I tell you what, for the recent company, we had one where we were moving them into a retirement home, and they had 3 whole rooms,
Oh dang.
like to themselves. Like you walk
That's
in and
comfy
it's
living.
like it's like a bathroom, shower, and it looped around to this big open area, and then like kitchen and like dining room with like closet and stuff. Like it was nice. I'm like, dude, I would kill if I ever had to be in a retirement home for like that much space. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's like that
Yeah.
is your own house.
Yeah. Like that's okay. Don't put me in like, where I'm sharing a room with somebody. Like, no thank, because I've gone into situations like that where like your area is like just like a space about like this where you have your bed and everything, and then there's like a curtain to
dividing the room.
Yeah, dividing the room, and you share it with somebody else.
That's rough.
Yeah,
it's like dorm life.
Yeah, but you're both 90.
You're well past your frat boy years.
Exactly.
You're in your golden
years. Do you
years.
imagine just like that's all nursing homes are? It's like after hours, they all just like sneak out of their rooms and they just get fucking shit faced with each other. It's like, man, fuck this.
It's good.
I think that they would
elder frat party.
That's the problem is
elder
they would
frats?
they wouldn't condone that type of stuff. Like I don't know if you can actually drink in like retirement homes and like nursing homes and stuff.
A lot of medication you're taking, so I don't think so.
Probably not.
But don't worry, smoke this bowl, Grandma.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, that would be.
Everyone's about to get blazed as fuck in this retirement home.
Everyone's about to get
lit
in the retirement home.
We just put a whole pound in the AC unit into the fan.
Could you imagine?
We burnt it, so it's coming in through the building.
That would be hilarious. Just like all the staff get stoned out of their minds too.
Yeah, you just hotbox the entire building.
That would be.
Push it through the vents.
It'd be a fun afternoon.
And then you just keep letting it circulate so the clean air comes back.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they'd all just end up like passing out in the middle of a conversation.
Probably sleeping.
Yeah, they'd be like, "Remember when?" Just be so stoned that they just pass out.
Time for your nap, Grandma. I remember when movies used to come in the mail.
I hate that. I hate that.
It's okay, Grandpa. Let's get you back to the home.
Because that's gonna be the type of shit that we like are saying at that age. Where our grandkids are going to be like, dude, you're out of your mind. And
remember like, no. Adobe Flash games?
I was alive before the internet.
It was the wild, wild west.
I can already see it. I can already see my kids complaining about their streaming service.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be like, well, back in my day, I had to get up and change the DVD.
Man, this full...
I had to go change the channel.
This full body...
Even have movies. Mm-hmm.
For a brief time in my childhood, I actually had to rewind VHSs.
Yeah, you think you had it bad? Yeah, my parents had to rewind their movies. Mm-hmm. And me for a short time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but up until I think like probably around 2005 is when we finally had like good DVD collection.
When I was about 10, I think was when we like really started getting into like DVDs. We had a huge VHS collection.
Yeah, same with my parents.
We had a huge VHS collection, but our DVD collection didn't grow until about 2006
DVDs
or so.
Damn expensive, like the DVD players. I mean, to get a hold of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Like 2006, it was about 2006, and then we finally had like it outshined the VHSs, and I was like, okay. We're a DVD family now, and then all of a sudden they start like tickling it. Mm-hmm. It's 2006, and they're like Blu-ray and HD DVD.
Yep.
Which one will you buy?
You're gonna need a totally different player for these.
The fucking Blu-ray, and I'm like, what? What? We just caught up.
I remember that I right around the time that I got my Xbox 360, so like 11, 12 years old. That's when, and I bought that shit myself. I did everything that I could to save up enough money to go buy that bitch.
Hell yeah.
And I put so much time into that. But that was right around the time that my parents like finally got like a decent DVD player to like start playing that type of stuff. And
dude, we had the DVD VHS combo player.
Yeah, hell yeah. Because my parents were like, well, what if we want to watch like Ferngully or some shit? I'm like, then I'll sit down and watch Ferngully with you because that's a great movie. Robin Williams is a brain-wired bat is hilarious.
Because he's a comedian god.
He's gone too soon, that's for sure.
I
wish he could have found the help that he needed. Because you're on... Let's smoke about it. We care about mental health.
Did you have to get so sensual? Did you have to make...
Never forget... It's okay to seek help. You are important.
You are valued.
And I would lick your butthole.
Wherever. Remember, very important. Only you can prevent wildfires.
Only you can prevent wildfires, and we will lick your buttholes.
If you want.
If you ask nicely.
You don't have to.
You don't have to. But if you would like that to happen, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Click on that little bell. That way you know when all our videos are coming out.
And then that will let us know when we can lick your butthole.
Yeah. And then we can start a YouTube direct message conversation. I don't think that's how that works.
No, live stream
licking fans' butts?
Yeah.
On YouTube?
I think that's against terms of service.
I think on our OnlyFans account.
But I think we should do it.
They'll have to ban it first.
Yeah.
You can't silence freedom of speech.
Yeah, it could be our either OnlyFans or Patreon. Like,
do they allow that on Patreon?
Yeah, I mean, people are paying you to see it. Like, they're paying for it, so.
Yeah, I mean, people.
They don't have to see it. The only way they can see it is they give us money.
Yeah, they have to pay you.
You have to pay him to see me lick this man's anus.
You didn't want that? You shouldn't have bought that.
Anus.
Well, I guess it's been a great episode for us to smoke about it.
Time to wrap it up in a nice little bow and cue outro music of Bear the Big Blue House.
Bye, everybody.
It's time to go. But hey, I say, well, that's okay. 'Cause we'll see you very soon, I know. Very soon, I know. Goodbye, goodbye, good friends, goodbye. And tomorrow, just like today, the moon, the bear, and the big blue house will be waiting for you to come and play. To come and play. To come and play. Bye now.